Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at that energy around that full moon that is happening on June 14th. I do believe that is everywhere. It is at 7:52 a.m. here in the Eastern Time Zone of the United States. So please check your your time zone to figure out. There's a time zone calculator in the description box below. So we're going to take a look at thoughts, feelings, actions, past, present, future, regarding this energy around here. Oh, okay, wow. All right, so it is a super full moon. It is the first moon that has happened after that eclipse that happened in your sign. We are still in the energy of that eclipse. That eclipse carries its energy for, about until the new moon in Scorpio, which is another eclipse. So eclipse energies kind of are different. This full moon is in Sagittarius, though, is happening very close to the galactic center. And what you release with this is released and it is gone. And you don't have to deal with it again. And so it is important to assess what it is that you need to let go of in order to get to where it is that you want to go. So, tough reading. Overall energy we have going on here is the lightning bolt. This is very much feels like the energy of that Uranus and Taurus that is opposing your sign. This is definitely trying to give you downloads and insights to try to move you in some direction or the other, and the full moons are definitely a part of that. The key to the situation is we have the Eight of Roses. It's the community, but the thing about it within in the reverse means that there is a lack of community or diversity or a willingness to listen to what others have to say. Gathered around this table, we have well, it's interesting. We have a male and a female, and then there is someone that looks like they're of Indian descent, and by that I mean the country India. So there's that energy with it. They're sitting there, sharing a meal, talking. The sun is shining outside. There is just a sense of acceptance of others and their differences, but it's in the reverse. And so somehow in the heart space, you are feeling left out of a community, not exactly accepted. We have the War of the Roses in the recent past, which is definitely that's like people lining up on two sides and duking it out. This could be, because of the politics. This could be because at work there's a new boss or new rules coming in. This could be within the family. It's kind of hard to say. I can't tell. It really doesn't give any big clues here as to where this is happening. But somewhere where there's a conflict in your heart about how things are shaping up that's making you feel a little bit on the outside. And there's a need for self-reflection. In the area of the obstacle, we have the reflection card. And there is a need to understand that what we put out into the world is what is reflected back to us, and what is being reflected back to us is what we're putting out into the world. And so somehow that's being missed. Somehow that key piece of information, as in how much you impact what happens to you based on what you are revealing to the world. There's a lot of mystery that goes on. There's also this moving through the emotional waters, being led by your intuition, but when it's in the obstacle, it means that's not happening. Like somehow that part is not occurring. And so that is creating a blockage. When you're a very intuitive water sign such as yourself, you're not utilizing your gifts to the fullest. That's easy to fix. Create the time and the space for it. The transformation here, so this is the second sign that has received this. I want to say Libra also got it here. We have the fated meeting, but the fated meeting is in the reverse. That means that the person that is the solution is not there yet. And so the fated meeting means that there's divine timing in place, and it's just not time yet, because here we have a clock, and they're meeting at the appointed time and hour, and the appointed time and hour is not now. It is not now. Here in the action take, we have the Queen of Keys, and when she's in the upright, she is very comfortable, and she's looking up over her domain and all that she rules, and she's feeling very abundant. But the action that we have right now is she's looking to the future, and she's not feeling very abundant. She feels like everything is piled on top of her. This is a very difficult reading. I'm going to have to get some clarification cards as to what you can do. We have the Master Artisan here in your thoughts, and so in your thoughts you feel like, I haven't figured this out yet. I don't know enough. I can't figure out what I need to do. And I do think that self-reflection is going to be a piece of it. Here in the heart space, moving forward with the Akashic field, but it's in reverse. So again, it feels like you're not tapping in, and you can absolutely 100% change anything in the future. We've learned from the past. We are currently in the present. Actions that we take here determine the future. So stepping into your power, if she were to turn into upright and look over everything that has gone on, she'd be looking back here and doing the self-reflection, which could totally change everything here, which would allow her then to be able to tap into the Akashic records and figure out what needs to be done in order to be the master of whatever you're trying to create. There has been a force, an outside force that has manifested, boom, into your life. It kind of exploded things. Here we have the Six of Scrolls, which is sands of time, but it is in the reverse, which I prefer. It means time is not running out. You still have time. And that's good news. We don't need to switch that one up. So let's take a look at a little bit more about the action step to take. At this point in time, what you can do to, I want to say, come home to yourself. Archangel Raphael here, I don't know if I even mentioned him. He's up here in the thought process, but he's in the reverse. And the archangels are never in the reverse. But when it's in the reverse in the thought process, it means that you're not thinking about healing. You're not calling on the angels. You've been missing that. So I'm turning him upright because they're always upright. You're always available to you. Okay. So, Queen of Keys, when she's in the upright, she reminds me of the Empress, and the Empress came out. Now this Empress is looking to the future, which is nice. So this is understanding your own sense of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem. This is believing in who you are. Venus currently is opposing Scorpio. She's in Taurus right now. And so that makes that energy challenging. That makes that the need to find your sense of self-worth, your self-esteem. What do you value? Lay claim to your own personal sense of abundance. What does abundance mean to you? And we have the Page of Feathers, exploration and discovery. It is a raccoon. Okay? So, you need to know more. The raccoon energy totally reminds me of Scorpio. It's like, I'm out there exploring, and I'm not necessarily showing everybody what it is I know and how I figure it out. And so since you come in with that superpower, I'm not saying it's a wrong thing. It's totally your energy. I wanted to get a little clarifying on this, and we have the High Priestess here, intuition, in order to complete a cycle, the world, and to bring in harmony, integrity into your life. So, again, we come back to the need for some self-reflection, to really seek out where it is that you're not feeling self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, and really taking steps to master that. Everything is here. You're not out of time. You're not out of time. So this fated meeting, so if you've been looking for the right job opportunity, the right living place, the right community to reside in, the right partnership, the right whatever, it hasn't presented itself yet because you're not ready. But you're not out of time. It hasn't hit the appointed time yet. You're not out of time. You just need to do the work. So do the work. All right? That's not so bad. So I think that with this full moon, you release your sense of self-doubt and your sense of worthlessness. And remember that you are abundance, and you manifest abundance through believing that, through thinking about it, by focusing on it, by tapping into your Akash. You tap into the Akash when you have a vision, you hold it in your heart space, and you use your intuition to divine what the next steps are. All right? Great. Take good care. I'm on Facebook every day if you want to check that out. We'll do a little astrology mixed with some tarot cards. It's kind of fun, 4 minutes. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, you're still watching. I'd super appreciate you helping this channel grow. You guys take care. Talk to you soon.